I was introducing them.
Oh man, we got a lot of XYZ. Lay it out. And it's going to be overwhelming. So take a breath. But then you're going to create these categories. And I'm sure some of you do this anyway. Donate. Okay, meaning this thing is in good enough condition that someone else can reuse this. Whether that's, hey, pass that down to my little sister for her kids, or whether that's, go bring it down to Ditto in North Hilton for someone else to purchase, right? Yes and amen. Yeah. Ditto. DITO. Yep. So they support Eastern Christian schools and vice versa, and they're right on Belmont Avenue, North Hilton. They're fantastic. Upscale, rescale. Anyway, I don't know why I'm plugging it, but I am. Sell. Okay, so I don't know. Does anyone use Facebook Marketplace or local moms groups? Yeah, use that stuff. And I'm telling you, there's a market for all of it. So whether it's furniture, kids' clothes, kids' shoes, cleats, whatever, it's either like, hey, here's a free group. You can add it to the free group and just get it out of your house, or try to sell it and use that money towards organizational bins for your project, right? Repurpose things. Keep and trash, right? So this thing I love. This toy my kid loves. These cleats my kid needs for spring softball. Whatever it is, that's fine. You can keep things. I'm not saying throw away everything, but I think purging is a step that, I'm telling you, in most organizational jobs that I've been to, purging is the most important first step, because you can spend all day. I can spend hours organizing your kitchen cabinets or your kids' clothes closet, but if it's too much stuff, it's never going to stay organized. And so the older I get, and the older my kids get, and the more stuff that comes in school stuff, birthday presents, whatever, the more I'm just minimalist is the way to go. So just live simply. So keep, trash, donate, sell are your categories you're going to make. If it's a donate or sell, get it out of your house. Put it in bags, garbage bags, put it in your car, or have your husband go drive it right there. Don't let it sit in your garage for 10 months. Don't let it sit in the back of your car for 10 months. Go get rid of it. Okay, you with me so far? Okay. Everyone's feeling motivated, and then you're going to go home, you're like, no, I'm not. All right, so then we're going to contain. This is my favorite part. If ideally, right, when you're containing, now you're going to put the stuff that you kept, whatever is important to you, you're going to go put it back in its space, wherever that is. Categorize it. So when it comes to kid stuff, it could be seasonal categories. I love big plastic bins for winter gear, for sports gear, for, snow boots and snow, bibs and all that. Oh my goodness, they take up so much room. So categorize them, right? Put them into their categories. Or, hey, these are the building toys. These are the books or the crayons, the creative, coloring stuff. So put them into categories, whatever makes sense of what you're doing, right? And then design it, meaning, how am I going to store this? What's the correct bin, basket? What's the correct thing I'm going to put it in? Do I need to maybe purchase something that's going to help me stay organized, right? Do I need a little cubby system? I'm telling you, IKEA, great. Use IKEA. They have the cutest little cubbies with baskets, and then it's just life-changing. You don't have to spend a lot of money on this. Listen, you could go and do some beautiful millwork and custom cabinetry and custom built-ins and stuff. That's great, and that'll help sustain long-term organization, but you can also just do it on a budget as well. And then label, if you can. Labeling is really powerful for a couple reasons. Number one, husbands and children know where these things live, and everybody can figure that out. So if you have a bin for your husband's shoes, husband, this is where your shoes live, and this is where we're going to put them. And my kids are, 4, 7, and almost 9. So they can read. My 4-year-old can't read, but he's recognizing letters already. So when he sees the C for Charlie, he knows this is where Charlie's shoes go. Or, right, even the toy bins, puzzles, crayons, they might not be able to read yet, but don't take away the power of recognition, word, letter recognition, and just that repetitive nature to teach them, how to read, literally, sight words, right, they learn in school. And just sanity for you, right? Babysitters. Ooh, this is a good one. Your babysitter comes over. There's a mess. Hopefully you ask your babysitter nicely, can you please, before I come home, make sure this goes, I'm not kidding, do it. Before I come home and after the kids go to bed, please spend some time just straightening up the mess that the kids made. Like, you don't have to, it doesn't be better than I can, but like make it as good as it was. Everything's labeled. So your babysitter's not just gonna throw stuff in random bins and you're gonna be like, where is this? Where is that? No, it's labeled. So labels, please. Again, it doesn't have to be expensive. Like, you can get the really cute little container store, like labels and metal things, or you can just get some like name tags and just, stick them on. So that's my advice for containing. And then teaching, I kind of touched on this a little bit, but you'd be surprised the life lessons and the like family lessons that you can create by taking these steps together with your kids. Like, do it with your kids. I mean, unless they're like 2 and they really can't comprehend what you're doing, right? Maybe just you do it on your own. Or they're the kind of kid that everything's special and mommy, we can't throw anything away. And you're like, go to school and I'm going to do this for you. I promise I'm a good mom. So anyway, here's the things that we can teach, right? Why do we care about this? Don't overlook the importance of that. Why do we care about organizing our home? Why do we care about taking care of our toys? Why do we care about donating these toys to other kids? Because we don't need this anymore, but someone else might not ever have this. And so what a cool opportunity to share this with a friend. So many teachable moments in something like this. So why we care? Teaching, again, like I kind of mentioned before, teaching kids where things live. Hey, you have a bed where you get to live every night. Your stuffed animals and Barbies also have a home where they can live, right? And here's a little basket for the Barbies and the toys to go in. And your magnet tiles that end up everywhere, those actually have a home right here. So here's the home where the magnet tiles can live, right? So teaching them like that things have a place. And husbands can learn this as well. And then don't forget, reward and encourage, right? We do this with our kids in other things, like in other tasks in life. Why don't we do this with our cleaning and organizing and helping straightening up around the house, right? My kids get $1 every Friday for getting up, making their beds, getting dressed before they even come out of their rooms in the morning. And then they can earn $1 every week or whatever, really whenever mommy gets crazy about the basement being exploded and I'm saying it's time. And I will give them $1 each for taking at least 3 jobs and doing those jobs. So you take Barbies and things, you take the building toys, and you take crayons. Everyone do their job. Great. You all earn $1. So reward them for kind of doing good things to like help keep your home organized and encourage them to do that, right? I mean, I know it's like a labor of love and, right, do not grow weary in doing hard things because we will reap that harvest. So it might take years before you see that harvest, but your kids will innately understand and learn that keeping an organized home and taking care of our toys actually reaps the benefit in the long run. And it keeps you sane. All right. Table question real quick. When it comes to your home, what's one area of your home that brings you stress? So forget kids. Now think just general, and it might be the same thing, but is there one area of your home as a mom, like adulting, right, that brings you stress? Like for me, I love my mudroom, but my mudroom can bring me stress. Or my kitchen cabinets maybe can bring me stress, or my refrigerator can, right? Like, so what is one area that as you as a mom brings you stress, like non-kid related maybe? Maybe you have one, maybe you don't. Take a minute.
I would like take it down on the back, like I can't stand it.
All clear.
distraction. All right, I feel like this could be a therapy session for each of you for an hour. But let's kind of come back together. Anyone want to share what's the one thing in your home as a mom that drives you crazy, as a wife, as a whatever? Any other, rooms or spaces that like we didn't kind of mention yet that brings you just that stress that you're like, ooh,
Kitchen counters, yeah.
kitchen counters. Oh, kitchen counters is a good one. Whew, yeah, kitchen counters is a good one. Because that's where everything just gets dropped. Phone wall keys, kitchen counter. Water bottles and toys, kitchen counter. Backpacks, kitchen counter. You're like, okay, any others? Paperwork, yeah, if you have, I want to talk about that too, actually. Yeah, the socks like in front of the hamper, not in the hamper, like that, all that fun stuff. Yeah.
For me, my closet, it had to do with my wardrobe because I've changed from like being in the office to now like mom of two
Yes.
little ones that I don't wear.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you brought that up. That's something I want to talk about too, is our closets. Go on there. Okay. So guess what, moms? The same 3 rules apply for us. Okay? If we're gonna create and maintain calm in our house, we also have to think about sorting, containing, and teaching ourselves the value of doing this. So, okay, we're gonna sort. Mom's like, oh, that's me. That's my house. Okay. Sorry, I called you out. Yeah, just with my face going, ah. I sent her that picture when I started her kitchen. I was like, it's all out. So I laid it all out. We went through every kitchen cabinet and I laid it out. And Yvonne, I was like, how many mixing bowls does Yvonne need? These are the hard questions that we have to ask ourselves, right? So you're gonna lay it all out. If it's kitchen stuff, I'm sorry, but you're gonna put it all out on the counters. If you watch the home edit and all those, right? Dude, they lay everything out on those counters. You have to see what you have. By the way, you might also have expired things you need to get rid of, right? Or you might have a pancake bag with like this much pancake mix in it. Just get rid of it. Oh, but I might use that next week. No, just get rid of it. Okay, so same thing goes with, right, if we're talking about food, if we're talking about clothing, we go through different seasons in our lives, moms. Pre-baby bodies, post-baby bodies, right, the working mom wardrobe, and now I'm stay-at-home mom wardrobe. Our identities like radically shift, and it's hard. And so our clothes, I think, are like a representation of our mental angst sometimes, right? Like, do I keep this? Do I keep this? Oh, but I want to fit in these jeans, after I lose the last 10 pounds. Or, oh, but what if we go on this vacation to this tropical island and then I can wear this bright pink shirt, right? Like, we come up with all these like excuses of like why we keep things. Guys, purge your own stuff. It has to start with you, right? We are the leaders of our families, and we are teaching our families through our own actions. And so take those first steps. We got to purge. Donate. Okay, same rules. If we're donating food to a food pantry, I did that at my mom's house. I had to go through my mom's house. Oh, the woman had food everywhere. So I had 2 different pantries come and take so much food from my mom's house. And it was awesome. They were so grateful. So do stuff like that. Sell it. I mean, I don't know you're selling food, but clothes, right? There's so many different like clothing. What's that one? Yeah, Poshmark, right? All those kinds of things. And again, marketplace, garage sale, who knows? Pass it along to your little sister, pass it along to a friend, right? I mean, there's women who would love to have what you have, right? End of story. Or I love this, I'm gonna keep this is important to me, or this is my gold bathing suit, and so keep it, like work towards your goal. But if we have like 10 of those, like maybe we need 10 of those. If I have 10 mixing bowls, maybe we only need like 2 or 3 mixing bowls. So think about what we need or what we want, and that they're not the same thing. So like, what do I have room for? What do I have space for? All those things are important. And maybe we're trashing things, right? Expired foods, gone. Clothes that'll never fit to me again, and I don't really care if they do, gone. I don't know. Shoes, right? Winter gear. Oh, this cute little winter hat that someone made. Maybe keep it, but like maybe not. I don't know. So, right, you have to go through and evaluate what are the things I'm donating, sell, keeping, and trashing in your own life. Okay. The food pantry pictures were like just spoke to me because it's hard. Like your kitchen stuff, like even yesterday, I came home with like $200 worth of groceries. And I'm putting it back in my cabinet. It's like, but I have food. Wait, what if I just went through and just didn't go grocery shopping for like 3 months and just used everything in my own house, right? Like, man, this is therapy for another day. Okay, containing. Okay, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite containers. I brought some stuff with me, especially for kitchen and like household things. I love cereal containers. If you can get rid of a cardboard box, get rid of the cardboard box. I'm gonna say that again because I'm gonna preach it. If you can get rid of a cardboard box in your kitchen, get rid of the cardboard box. It's amazing how much cubic space a cardboard box takes up versus just the contents in a plastic container. It's amazing how much space I gain in my clients' houses when we convert them into plastic containers. Number one, I can see when I need to refill my coffee Keurig cups. All right, I can see when I need to refill my kids' Lucky Charms. My 4-year-old loves Lucky Charms. Right, like you can see it, and it's contained in this cute little thing, and it takes up so much less space. It's unbelievable. So you have to, again, we're categorizing, right? Make your categories for your food items, or make your category for your clothing items. These are my workout pants. These are my going out pants, or these are my whatever. I don't know, categories and closets, right? But you get the idea. You're categorizing your closet stuff, picking the right things. How do I want this to look? Do I want the pretty wicker baskets? Then get yourself the pretty wicker baskets if it's going to make you happy and keep you organized. Do I want the clear containers in my cupboard? Then get yourself the clear containers. I have some budget-friendly options for you. And label them again, same reason. Husband and kids and mom knows where this belongs. These are where the fruit snacks live, and this is where the cereal lives, right? And this is where my pants go when they're dry. And same thing with your husband. Hey, this is where your socks live, sir. This is here, not there, on the floor. So labeling is helpful for everybody, and you can kind of get the idea there. So these are some pictures. I just want, and oh, by the way, I'll get to this to the end, but I made a link tree for everybody. It's on my Instagram, but it's also at the end of the slide with all of my favorite products linked. I don't get affiliate anything. I'm not that cool. But I just wanted to give you guys the resources to be able to access all my favorite things. And I did bring a couple with me. So I'm going to scoot for a second. All right, the center, it's kind of blurred. It's hard to see. The center one is my favorite clothing bin. It's a 66-quart plastic bin from Target. I think it's $10. And it's great for clothing. So one of my kids, I had 2 girls and a boy. And after we had Grace, my oldest, I knew I was going to have more kids. We wanted to have more kids. I guess I didn't know. I should say that. Lord willing, I was going to have more kids. And so I put away Gracie's clothes. It labeled bins, right? 0 to 12 months, blah, blah, blah. Into the attic they go. And reuse them. Had Haley, woohoo, another girl. Bring your bins down. And look at that. They're organized and they're labeled and I know where to find them. And then I had a boy, great. Here comes the bins and the labels, and then I just pass them right along to my friend because I don't have another boy, so that's great. But bins, those are great for clothing. Shoes, winter gear, these are life-giving. Winter boots go in the gear, in the bin, just like that. All my winter hats, gloves go in that bin. The top right, the white, is another Target one. It's linked on my link tree. Perfect size for my closet. They fit in my little closet cubbies. So I put my jeans in there, I put my workout pants in there, I put my tank tops in there, bathing suits in there, so they're like kind of organized and contained. And listen, sometimes I'm great and I fold them nicely and cutely and they look nice. Otherwise I just shove them in there and put the basket in. It looks nice, it's great, it works. The top left are these guys. I brought this one. These are like the perfect sized, clear containers with handles, perfect size to label. That's okay. So these are awesome. I love these, and I brought another big one too. Oh no, that's this one. Sorry. I brought all kinds of goodies for you today. These are my favorite. Does anyone have those like pull-out drawer, pantry drawers in your kitchen? Yeah. That I have. So I have a little like cabinet pantry type thing with like these big pull-out drawers. They're huge. They're long. Ta-da. These go, I stack them like 4 or 5 of them next to each other. Fruit snacks, all my snacks, my like kids things, and they're accessible to my kids so they can see them. My friends' kids come over, they help themselves, they know where everything lives. So I love these for those like deep pantries. These are perfect. I love a good turntable. I'm giving this away. I'm gonna raffle off a couple of goodies for you guys today. This is the Home Edit one. It's just lovely for cabinet spices, sauces, stuff like that for your pantries, or fun use of turntables. This is my makeup. This is literally from my house. sits on my bathroom counter, and I just pull out my, I gotta clean this up, pull out my makeup. I love turntables for everything. You know what else I use this for? I have a bigger one for feminine products under my closet, under my bathroom cabinet. So I literally have like a little turntable of like tampons, pads, and all the fun things. Easy to see when I need new ones, and cardboard boxes are gone. It takes up so much less space. I got some bin labels I tagged for you guys. The striped ones, these are great for those like IKEA cubbies. They're $5 to $10 at Target. They're sturdy, they're good, and they're pretty. Like they're coming in like a bajillion different patterns. So I use those fabric ones a lot. And then Bright Room in Target has come out with a really great little clear, like a really good competitor to the Container Store. $2, $3, $5. Bright Room from Target, y'all. They have created the best bathroom storage stuff. And then I just love little baskets. This is $5 from the dollar section at Target, guys. And it's sturdy, it's cute. Like this can be like your kids come home from school. Here's where your, I don't know what, or husband, keys while phone. There's so many different uses is my point, right? So it doesn't take a lot of money to find the things that are gonna be life-giving for you and keep you organized. And some afters, right? That was the pantry from one of the pictures previously. That pantry specifically, we had to, like, she just had some weird things in there that wasn't working. So we took it out, and I had my friend Chris just build a couple shelves. I think like $200. We built some shelves, and I bought her new product, and it was like, again, life-giving. Because she wanted the pretty, she wanted the clear and the labels and the things. But now she sees everything, so many expired foods gone. This was like a toy closet from another client where, again, everything was all over the place. So we organized into categories: puzzles, puzzles, games. Her weights now lived in the bottom. So everything was off the floor and in the closet. And again, guys, we have to teach ourselves. I mean, I kind of have said all this, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But for our own good, we need to understand and ask ourselves, why do we care about maintaining our homes? Like, it's important. I'm a little biased. I think it's important, a lot. But it might not be as important to you, and that's fine. But I think it's worth asking, why is it important to create systems for our families that are going to keep us organized and calm? Teaching ourselves, where does this live? Hey, Katie, this is your tank top basket. So let's not just throw your tank top on the chair after you get home. Just put it in the basket, like 2 seconds, put it in the basket. Hey, husband, this is where your keys wallet phone lives now. So teach gently, this is where it lives. And again, for ourselves, guys, reward yourselves and continue to encourage yourselves. We are humans. We are not going to be perfect. We are not going to do this really well all the time. However, it's good to just, I don't know, whatever that reward looks like for you, right? Starbucks, drink at the end of the week for like really tackling my kids' closets this week. Hey, I'm going to go take all the money that I made selling all the stuff that we're not keeping, and I'm going to go buy myself something, whatever you want, right? So find ways to reward yourself and encourage yourself to continue to follow these rules and patterns for your family. I also think that's important. Okay, I'm going to really quickly, because I feel like, how long have I been talking?
We should wrap it up in
Too
the next
long.
couple minutes. You're good.
Cool, so I'm going to really quickly go through my favorite design things. Common questions when I'm designing somebody's room, young families. Do I spend money on area rugs? Do I go with the Pottery Barn or the Crate and Barrel or the West whatever area rug? Do I spend money on the sofas and the armchairs? I've got little kids, I've got pets, whatever it is. Do I spend money on this? Do I get the performance fabric, or do I go to, the Rainbow Planning? And then room accessories, right? Do I spend money there? All right, so really quickly, these are just a couple pictures from either my own home or a friend's home that I designed. I don't spend a lot of money on area rugs. Unpopular opinion, I don't spend money on area rugs because whether I'm spending an $800 rug at Pottery Barn or I'm spending $200 at Overstock, that rug is going to get beat up and walked on and eaten on, whatever, the same way. And yes, some fabrics are better than others, but if you have a really good fabric cleaner or carpet cleaner, like I'm going to give away today, my all-time go-to carpet cleaner, spot cleaner, guys, it's whatever. And for me, 3-4 years down the road, I get ADD and I get sick of my rug and I want to change stuff up. It's not expensive to replace it and to give your whole room a whole new look. So personal opinion, I don't spend a lot of money on rugs because you can find really good designer end rugs on Wayfair's Overstocks for less than $300 for 9x12s, by the way. So those are big rugs. Same thing. These are a couple other rooms. This is my daughter's room and the client's room. You know, again, you don't have to break the budget. So nope, I say go for the cheap rug. That's my 2 cents. Sofas and couches. This is where it depends. Because I do think that performance fabrics are really important when you've got little kids. Krypton, you'll see like McGee & Co. loves Krypton because it's like this repellent. It's like a stain repellent, water repellent, so it doesn't seep into the fabric. You can like dollop it up and then spot clean it. But guess what? There's Krypton furniture on Wayfair. Like you can buy Krypton couches on Wayfair as well. So again, unpopular opinion, I don't spend a lot of money on couches either. Unless a client is like, no, I want this, or I really need it. Great, that's great. But like mine's Macy's Radley furniture. I love Macy's. And HomeSense for my armchairs. Or Target. Raymore and Flanagan on the picture on the top right, that's Raymore and Flanagan couches. And we paired it with a couple of Kirkland's swivel armchairs. They're lovely, they're comfortable, they're great. And guess what? Spot clean as you need to, but they're really good fabric, like good quality. I'm gonna keep going, same idea. And then accessories, really quickly. No, you can spend a lot of money on accessories. I don't. I love Amazon, I love Target. I love Overstock for lighting. I think that was Home Goods or Target, or literally for the bedding in that primary room. The one thing I will say is like spend a little bit of money on the workhorses in your home. So I love a good console table. That's World Market is my favorite console table. Shelving units, storage units, maybe invest a little bit in those things because those are your workhorses. Those are going to get used for years and years and years and all that thing. You know what? I'm going to skip the rule of 3. Sorry. It's a really cool rule of 3 in design. It helps like eye levels. Think eye levels. As you look around your room, you don't want everything to be on one level. You want your eyes to be constantly moving up and down. So think 3 different levels, think 3 different shapes, and think 3 different size objects when you're styling and decorating. So some examples we see the rule of 3 a lot is pillows. You'll see pillows a lot sold or styled in groups of 3. Again, size, shape, right? Artwork, rules of 3s, right? Symmetry or asymmetry, I mean, keeps your eyes interested, keeps, keeps it neat looking. We see the rule of 3 in styling a ton. I just talked about like different size objects. So when you're styling console tables, you just need 3 different objects, types of objects. So that's kind of neat. And then this is gonna be an interactive. Can you spot the rule of 3? There's lots of rules of 3 here on the desk, in the greenery, on the wall, stuff over there. Rules of 3 with some bookshelves. Rules of 3 is different objects. Rules of 3 in styling. These are some of the rooms that I've styled. I love little greenery and different objects to help style space. Pillows, artwork. All right, I know I have to wrap up. So maybe not a table discussion question, but more just like thinking about what's the takeaway that you guys maybe are excited about taking with you today. And maybe there's one area of your home that you want to take control over. And I hope I've kind of inspired you to do some of that. So my final thoughts here are, I really encourage you guys to take back control over the stuff in your house because it can just be life-giving. Organization requires intention and maintenance. It does. You have to be intentional just like anything else. If you want to do it, you have to do it. You're either going to pay in time or money, which is just going to be. You're either going to take the time to do it or you're going to call me and I'm going to do it. You're spending your money. I'm right, honestly. You're either going to spend time and money in my life, and the older they get, the more you realize that, right? You're going to hire someone to do it or you do it yourself. And the last, this is my mantra for my business. Creating a beautiful home isn't out of reach. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be within your budget. It can be affordable. And so I would encourage you guys. So giveaway number 1, those raffle tickets out. Hope you still have them. Raffle number 1 is I'm giving away my favorite Folex spot cleaner. I'm telling you, if you follow my Instagram, you'll see some examples of me using this. It cleans up everything. So please go to Instagram and follow me at Katie Rose Inspired. That's rule number 1. Phones out, go follow me on Instagram. And then if you do so, I'm gonna give away Folex. Can I pull a raffle number? Oh, right there. All right, winner of my Folex favorite cleaning product is 301480. 301480. Yay! Folex. It's on Amazon. Okay, I'm also going to raffle off my Home Edit turntable. 301-486. 301-486. Yay! Let's do one more. Let's do my favorite $5 basket. I mean, you know how much I spend on it. No secrets here. 301-474. 301-474. Woohoo! All right. So this is where you can find me if you are interested. I also left business cards around your table, so take a business card home with you. Share it with a friend or a family member who needs me, or yourself. But I'd love to help you guys if you need my help with anything that we talked about today. And thank you so much for being gracious to me. I'm sorry for breaking down on you, but I'm so happy to be here today.
We're so happy to have you. Thank you so much. So one quick thing. This is quick. We need to do this quick, but we need to do it. Look in the back. And I'm sorry I didn't start this in the beginning of the morning. We have beautiful, beautiful flowers. Happy Mother's Day to you. And this will help to add beauty to your home immediately. So here's what you're going to do. We need to go through the line, grab a vase, grab flowers. You can arrange it back at your table or arrange it at home. But just make sure any other things, Sandy? Yes, be sure to do that. We have lots of beautiful flowers. So anyway, happy Mother's Day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And thank you so much, Katie.
Yeah, we're gonna do family.